Good evening, Periscope. I'm giving y'all at home with the hat on realness tonight. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got to plug up my phone because it was a little bit dead. Hola. Hola, Lennis. All right, so invite your followers. Share this on Twitter. And we are about to give it to the people. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Don't forget, I'm trying to fix my little hat with a little feather and all of that this evening. Yes, give up those hearts because we love the hearts. And today, for our Abundant Life series, we are going to be talking about tired versus uninspired. Thank you so much, Nola. Hey there, Danielle. How are you doing? We're rocking our hats. I haven't been able to rock hats in like a year and some change because I've had my hair twisted up. So even though I'm in the house, like Drake said, I'm gonna wear every chain, even if I'm in the house. So I'm gonna wear my hats until I decide on exactly what I'm gonna do with this hair because I'm not gonna get it twisted back up until January. So I'm just letting it breathe because sometimes you need to let it breathe. So let's just get into who I am. My name is Chisa Pennix-Brown. My company is Lady Bizness, and I do marketing and branding to help people's brands show up and show out online. I also teach for a number of small business centers here in North Carolina to help people start their businesses. And it was a quote that was posted on my page. And I said, wow, like that's serious. So I said, this is what we're going to talk about on the scope today. And I have some solutions to help you fix the quote. So it says, don't work 8 hours for a company, then go home and not work on your own goals. You're not tired, you're uninspired. And I am sure that somebody has seen this quote, and I'm sure somebody has reposted it. And then you take yourself to the house and all of a sudden you're tired, right? So I'm going to tell you the quote one more time. Don't work 8 hours for a company, then go home and not work on your own goals. You're not tired. You're uninspired. Now, look at here. If you want to do your own business, if you want to, whatever you want to do that's outside of work that fulfills your spirit, that's what you need to be working on when you get off. I remember, honestly, when I used to work a regular job, 2008 was the last regular job that I had. And I worked at a collection agency. When I made the decision that there were things that I wanted to do, in between breaks, in between phone calls, because you had to call people, lunchtime, before work, after work, whatever, I would make sure that I did what I needed to do in order to get the results that I wanted. So one of my biggest things was I wanted a house. And I wanted to run my business. So what we did was I worked overtime. I would make sure that I was always number one on the sales teams, one or two. I would do whatever it took. And then I found people that could help me pull that vision together while I was at work. Okay. I would do everything that I could do. And I'm not telling you to just do your job be at work doing your thing. But I know a lot of people do that. But I would do whatever it was that I needed to do so that this way I would have that business on the side, because I knew that my goal was to not work there anymore. And I knew that my goal was to buy my house. So there were things that had to be in place. And I was always inspired to do something because I would see people that's all they wanted was their regular paycheck. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But I am saying that if you are creative and if you are an entrepreneur, you can't just let it go. Like, you have to always do something. And so I know that there are people out there that know what I'm talking about. You are at work thinking, I could be doing whatever else, right? But you know what? The work has to make its money. You have to do what you have to do in order to you can get to the point where you say, I don't want to work anymore. So whether that's you take on a side job, whether that's you starting a small business, you investing in an MLM, just doing some things that make you happy, because it doesn't have to be a business, but is it something else that makes you happy? Because you need to have some type of inspiration that makes you really want to go about your day every day. You should have something that wakes you up every morning when your feet hit the ground, whether you meditate or pray or whatever you do in the morning. Thank you, God, for waking me up. What am I going to do with my life today? It has to be something that makes you happy. So I wanted to give you some solutions to what you could do, because I think, and I got a song for y'all. Hold on. I'm going to just play it real quick. I think, you know what the problem is? You might have a little bit of inspiration, but I think y'all scared. So this is what I want to tell y'all. Hold up. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Don't be scared, y'all. Don't be scared. Yes! Blow. Okay, so look, I just wanted to show y'all that little part. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, because you know what? Scared money don't make no money. Don't be scared. All right, look. It's either you are going to, it's gonna work, or it's not gonna work. I mean, and then when you see that it works, you might amaze yourself. If it doesn't work, figure out what the problem was as to why it didn't actually work. But don't be scared. Don't be scared. And that's right. The perfect time will never come, Shonda. So these are some tips I just wanted to leave you with, because I was watching some webinars earlier. You said you ain't scared. Don't be scared, girl. You ain't never scared. That's what I'm talking about. But you know what? Fear is a thing that immobilizes people. Fear keeps you from actually going forth to do what you need to do. Whether it's fear of what other people will say about you, fear of you failing, and some people actually have a fear of success. Whatever it is, fear is a problem. So this is what we need you to do. Shift from your excuses, because it's always, oh, it's not the right time. I don't have enough money. Somebody else is doing this. It's always a bunch of excuses that you can make. So get from out of those excuses and start actually producing some results. That's it. Because you know what? What if you try it and it works? If you try it and it works, oh my goodness, now you can be happy. But you should still be happy anyway. If it doesn't work, it's a reason why that particular thing didn't work, and you can figure it out. But at least it gives you some motivation outside of what you do just to get money. Because I do believe that every one of us, even if we haven't figured it out yet, we all have some type of other passion that we want to do. It's just a matter of, are we going to do it? And excuses are a problem. If we continue to make excuses, we'll never get results. So if you can shift from that, because under every excuse is fear. I am more scared of going back to this job every day. There is more to life. Accept 100% responsibility for your choices. Later for the excuses. Yes. But underneath every excuse that you bring up is fear. It's either fear or laziness. It's one of the two things. So if you're scared of what might happen, what might happen, you know, some great things may happen. More than likely, when you start getting out of that and you start getting inspired by the things that you do, you will inspire others. You will meet new people. You will be able to branch out. So get out of those excuses, get out of the fear, and go ahead and do whatever it is that you want. Nobody said that you had to be number one today. They didn't say that, but you do need to take the time in order to put it in so that this way you can get results, because that's the only thing that makes a difference. Either you did it or you didn't do it. So you have to be able to get some results, right? Now, the next thing is you got to be obsessed with it. I'm not saying be a little bit crazy, stalk anybody, or anything like that, but I'm obsessed about my success. I am obsessed about it. I'm telling you, this weekend I'm sitting up, laying in the bed watching webinars, learning new stuff. Last night, I don't even know what time I went to sleep, reading on Twitter, learning about new things, trying to work things out and just test things and see how they can work. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm obsessed with delivering quality. I'm obsessed with my brand. I'm obsessed with learning new things. I am just obsessed with the possibility of what could be, because right now, my obsession says some of the things that I'm doing now are going to be small little teensy weensy crumbs, because it's another purpose that's there too. This is great, but there are some bigger things that are in the works. And the thing is, I know they're there. I can feel it. I actually even had a little dream about it this weekend. And I'm just like, but you know what? Unless I get to the next thing and learn that next thing and put myself in a position, I'm not going to get there. Because if I'm scared that, oh, well, what if such and such? So this is one of the things, and I've said this, and we're actually going to start it in December. It's just going to be the last week of December when we do it as far as the webinars. I see that the webinars are going to be a thing that is going to be prosperous for Lady Bizness. And I just want to give you my mentality on that. I know that I can't reach everybody. Everybody can't come to the classes. So in order for me to deliver the quality, I need to be in places where people are. And they're online, right? You're here talking to me right now. You're giving up hearts. You're sharing with your followers. You're sharing on Twitter. So there are other people online that need information. And I'm happy to give it for a fee. And so that's the thing. So when it comes down to it in the classes, I see the power of the internet. It's not that I haven't seen it before. It's not that I haven't done webinars before. It's just that I see that. Now, am I supposed to be like, well, what if I put out a webinar and nobody joins? But what if I put out a webinar and thousands of people join? This is the thing. I am not scared that when I put out one date, nobody will come. I'm not scared that only one person will come. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. I am thinking, wow, if I do it and it's up there and I get one person a day at $10, $20, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go with $10. $10 a day times 30 days is $300, right? Okay. But if it's $20, then it jumps up to $600. Who couldn't use that extra money? I could use it. But I want to keep things affordable for people who are in a situation similar, because I know that there's a certain price point that will work for people that are just starting up. And so in order for me to do that, I'm not going to worry about, well, maybe nobody will show up. Am I supposed to be scared about that? No, I'm supposed to be like, okay, well, look, maybe you don't have any money today, but maybe next week when you get paid, you'll have money. You know, maybe somebody else that sees your dream and believes in your dream will pay for the class for you. Ooh, that could be an option. Maybe somebody will gift you with a webinar. I am confident and obsessed with my success to the point where if I let maybe only one person will show up be the problem, then that would be just totally detrimental to the growth that could be there. So I can't do that. But let me tell you where the next thing comes at. So I'm saying I'm obsessed with it. I want to be successful. And so I'm constantly doing things to try to make myself more successful, constantly meeting new people, constantly reading, constantly going to only the types of events that I feel are going to help me get where I need to go. All this rah-rah nonsense that's going on out in these streets, that's not a part of what's going to help me. Now, I'm not saying that it's not things that you can't do that will just lift your spirits. But as far as the business, I need to be focused on that and obsessed with that. Okay. So in order for me to do that too, you know what you got to do? Me too. You know what you got to do? Put those distractions on the side. Yes. Distractions got to go. You have to limit the distractions. So when I'm telling you about the 90-day focus, and I'm saying for you to take 90 minutes a day for 90 consecutive days, if you just give yourself that 90 minutes, that would be the time that you can spend on this business. If you never spend any more time every day, I promise you that 90 minutes will yield you results. So when you look at it, my goal is for you to be prosperous and to be successful and to look at it in small increments. You know, I see people that are doing small challenges, you know, and the reason I'm saying this is not knocking anybody's challenge, but because it's getting ready to be the new year, everybody got a challenge, whether it's a detox, honey, whether it's a business challenge, whether it's a photo challenge, it's a look at me and show me the pictures you had from this year challenge. I mean, it is a challenge on top of a challenge every day, right? But I've been doing this 90-day focus for the last year and couple of months, right? Because I started October 13th last year. So year and almost 2 months. Oh, no. It's a year and 2 months today because today's the 13th. So a year and 2 months. Yay! Anniversary part 2, I guess. But a year and 2 months to the date today. And the one thing that I can say is when I cut out the foolishness and the distractions, it changed my outlook on things. I had a conversation this evening and I'm just like, you know what? I'm looking at stuff. When I want to go to things, everything that I'm looking at now is not even in the state that I live in. I'm looking at, okay, what they doing over in Miami? What they doing in here? What's in DC? What's home in New York? What's in Jersey? I'm looking at what's in California? What's going on in Texas? What's going on? I'm looking to expand further than I've expanded before. But if I allow myself to be distracted, I can't get there. I can't. And this is the thing. You can do the things that you want to do. So if you want to travel, okay, boo, put the money aside and do that if that's what you want to do. If you want to meet some new people, go on eventbrite.com and find out what events are happening. I spent at least 2 hours yesterday on eventbrite.com just looking up the upcoming events for the first 3 months of the year, because it's a 90-day focus. So from things that start really now, but January until March next year, things that were business that were in the state of North Carolina. And then I looked, I expanded the range out, but I wanted to see what was going on in the business realm. I found that there were a lot of conferences, things where it could be a possibility for me to speak at, things that were happening for CIAA, just things that were happening that I said, you know what, let me take those dates and write those on the side of the calendar. And if I see that I'm still interested in those things, at least I know they're happening. I wrote the price down and, everything, so that this way I can go back and refer to it if that's something that I really want to do. And so I wrote the dates on the side of the calendar, but I took the thing and I took the link and put it just in my phone so that this way I would save it, because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes life just gets you so distracted that you forget you even wanted to do something that was fun, or you forget that there was this other business thing. Then you go and you schedule something and then you can't go do the other thing that may have really been the next part, the catalyst for your business. So I'm telling you, distractions, you have got to really cut those out and see what you need to concentrate on. All right. Now, the next thing that I want to say is you have to optimize what's going on in your business. So when I'm saying optimize, the things that you do not like to do. Okay, where's your notebook to write down these pearls and golden nuggets? Girl, if you don't have a notebook, just watch it on the replay, girl. But you got to optimize. So like Nola, she said that because we talked about that. There are things that people are going to ask you for. There are things that you're going to have to do. Hey, girls on fire. And so when that comes up, why can't you have those things already done? So I want to give you a couple of things that you can optimize going into 2016, right? Number one, I want you to get an email client. I don't care what you're using, but if you're using your Yahoos and your Gmails and all of that for your regular stuff, that's fine. But when you communicate with clients and business people, it would be great if you have at least, and we talked about this the other day, sending out one message a month, but it needs to be professional. We don't need to see everybody's email addresses, and it will help you to plan ahead. So the one that I use is MailChimp. I tell people that all the time. They're not paying me. I should get a check. But I use MailChimp because you can put up to 2,000 subscribers on there, and you can send 12,000 emails a month for free. Now, I know some people use Constant Contact. Some people use Aweber, Mad Mimi. Infusionsoft is like at least $200 a month, so I don't use that. But until you build up, yes. So when you get to the point where you say, what do you need to send out? Optimize it. Optimize a sign up so that this way, when people want to join your email list, on every class that I do, I don't even give out business cards, but on every class, the contact information, and I don't think I have any of my handouts. Do I? I don't know where I put them. Oh, I think I already put them all up and cleaned up and everything. But on each of my classes, up at the top, there is a thing that tells people that they can sign up for the email list. So if you use MailChimp, then what happens is you get a link so that this way people can sign up for your email list. I got tired of having people write their emails on pieces of paper, so I had to decipher their writing and then go back after an event and type it in. My thing is, if you want to be on the email list, get on the email list, okay? But in saying that, so now you got these people on the email list, but you don't send out no emails. Yeah, okay. Or you send them out sporadically. So I am working now in 2015 over the next 2 weeks to set up the emails that are going to go out for the first 3 months of 2016. Now, it may sound crazy, but the reason I'm doing that is because I already know when I'm supposed to be in certain places in 2016. So I know my calendar for the whole year. So it's not even like I don't know, but I know that I teach a class every week. So that class is going to happen. I know the links are up for registration already. So if you want to come to this class on this particular date, I can give you all of the classes for the month of January and the links to them so that this way you can go ahead and register for a class. But I also know some of the extracurricular things that I'm doing. I've already typed up my calendar and have it up there online. It's online now. So if a person wants to know what's happening, whether it is a private one-on-one consultation or whether it's a class that they can come to, it's done. Now, that means I did January. I haven't done February and March yet as far as putting it in the calendar, but that's what I'm going to work on over the next 2 weeks so that this way I can set up the January, February, and March email. It's December, but it would make it so much easier if you know what you're going to do. So even for you, you know what your specials are going to be. You know what holidays are coming up. Are you going to do something on MLK? Now, I have some other events that are in process right now, but I can still let you know about them. So like I have an event that's going to be on MLK. It'll be from 6 to 8. It's going to be an author's workshop for people that are interested in starting to write books. And so I'm going to have some authors come up and, discuss their process as far as self-publishing and giving you that information. It's going to be a free event. Now, I have confirmed one author and I'm working on 2 more. But that doesn't mean that I can't tell you where the event is and when it is and what time. So I could now schedule the email to go out for that. But the same thing is, once I get closer, I can schedule another email out to go to tell you who's going to be there. So I'm just giving you one example of something that everybody can do, especially if you're in business. You know what months are coming up, January, February, and March. If you took the time now to plan out those calendars, you'll be like, oh, shoot, look at me. Like you will go into the new year and be like, whoa. So if you can optimize, that would be great. Now, honestly, like I said, for me, I know what my schedule is the entire year next year, at least for the main classes that I teach. So I can set up that email to go out every month. And whether it goes out on the 1st of the month or maybe the 30th or 31st of the month, either way, it can already be set up. Then in the rest of the months, I can go ahead and put in other things that are happening. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be scared. You have the ability to create wonderful things for yourself. But if you're going to continue to make excuses and not get results, then it won't happen. If you're not obsessed with your success and making sure that you deliver value to other people, then it's just gonna be basic. And the thing is, I have a motto for that's another thing that I'm bringing in 2016. I don't have time for basics. It's no basics. I want to be around people that make me say, oh, well, God, I need to get on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see people that are just like, oh, I got my such and such done, I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let me go on and let me work a little bit harder. Let me get it done. Or like, it's so interesting to me how, what's the word I want to say? How much time people spend on people that don't make them any money. And I'm talking about the reality TV. I'm talking about knowing what Kim and Kanye doing with their baby, Instagram. I'm just saying there's so many things to distract us. So you have to say, yeah, I can pay attention to that if I want to, but I can't be distracted by that. I can't be, because I have to be focused on my stuff. So if you want to spend an hour or 2 watching reality TV, that is fine. Okay. Because I am going to be honest, that Love and Hip Hop New York, I stopped watching it. But I do love Remy Ma, and Remy Ma and Papoose are going to be on this new season. So I will be tuning in tomorrow night just to see what goes on with Love and Hip Hop New York, because I had let all of that go. But I just want to see that one episode because I do love Remy Ma. I'm conceited. I got a reason. That right there, that's why I got to see that. Terror Squad. Yes, lean back. All of that, I got to see that tomorrow just because I want to see that particular thing. Now, if I get to the first episode and I don't like it, then I'm not going to watch it. But I'm going to tell you what. Even if I do that and I watch it and it is a mess, okay? But I have not watched any of that stuff in years, literally. I guarantee you when I watch it, my 90 minutes will have already been spent focused on that business, okay? They're not paying any bills up in here, that's right. But if that's your guilty pleasure, then okay, that's fine. Because you may do something else that somebody doesn't like, or you may spend money on something else. But all I'm saying is, if you're going to be serious about this, you have to devote time to this business and to this this vision that you have for yourself. So if I do watch it, I could pretty much guarantee you that I will have my stuff done already. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense. Or you could just watch it in tandem and do your stuff while you're doing it. Because trust me, you don't need to be like looking at the screen, you know, the whole entire time while you do it. Maybe that's your time that you hear the ratchetness in the background, but you sitting up there typing on your computer and you're doing what you need to do and you need to get your stuff done. So when it comes down, yes, multitasking. So get rid of the excuses and start making results. Be obsessed. Be obsessed with your success. Leave those distractions alone and work on concentrating and focusing on what you need to do. And then optimize some of the things that are in your business. You have to, because you know what's coming up. And if you can say, I know this is coming up and that's coming up and this and that, you know, I think, this is my opinion, it may change the way you operate. I promise you that. And I'm saying may because you know, it may not for everybody. But when I look and I say, well, what do I need to do? I had an event, and like, I mean, if you weren't on a couple of days ago when I said, I'm canceling everything, anything that's not business related, I'm going to cancel. And it's so funny. As soon as I said that, then I see people reserving for the event. So, yeah, I'm gonna just have to give them their money back because I'm canceling it. Because when I said that, I opened up a door to a whole nother event that could be even more prosperous for me. That's on the same day. That's business related. And not to say that what I was doing wasn't business related, but it was going to be the Black History Expo. And I felt led to do it because, you know, one of my things was that it's not enough Black history things now. February now is getting prepared for March Madness, and it's also Valentine's Day. Like, that's all people look at February for. So I want to do a Black History Expo. Can I do it, and will it be successful? No, 90-day focus event is not canceled. Definitely not. That's business. Okay. But the Black History Expo, I just said it is business, but it's not as much as the direction that I need to be going in. Can I do it, and will it be successful? Yes. But am I going to do it? No. It's going to be canceled. And I just hadn't canceled it online. So then all of a sudden I see people start registering. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to just give you your money back because we're not going to do it. Soon as I did that, and then I looked yesterday, I said, oh shoot, look at this event on this same date that will be more prosperous for my business. But had I stayed in that distracted mindset, I wouldn't have even been able to go to that other event because I would have been having my own. So that's one of the reasons why, for me in 2016, I'm not having as many events, okay? I will gladly send out information, let people post on the business page or any of the other pages that things are applicable for their events. I will gladly support certain events, but I have to stop. The obsession with my success will not allow me to continue to host certain things. I can't do it. I can't do it and be the person that I want to be. Just honest. So are there things that you need to cut out? And I know that there are things that you need to optimize. So if that means going through old business cards, if that means, let's just say something simple like, how about you send out some thank you notes this Christmas? Okay. If that means sending out thank you emails to people just for being patrons of your business, you know, what are some of the things that you can do to optimize now? If that means just sending out, let's say you got a new logo, send it out. How you treat your business dictates how other people see your business. Yes, ma'am, it does. And I've always treated her like, and I say her because Lady Bizness is her own thing. I've always treated her like she was important. But now I need to treat her, and this is my thing, I need to treat her like I don't have, okay? I don't have. Because when you don't have, you act a little bit different. You notice when people get a lot, they start changing, right? And then they don't think things are important the way that they used to. But when I'm telling you, I need this business, like I need to breathe because that's what I want to do. And that's where I see my life being at. That's what I need. Okay. And so it was different things at different stages. It's amazing to me sometimes how and I'm saying these people because it's some of y'all too, but how I see people who who go to work, they work that 8 hours, and then they come home and then they do their business on the side. And I'm just like, wow. And they put stuff together. I used to be that person, right? But when you are in business for yourself and you don't have other people to be accountable to, it's just you. Sometimes you feel like you can be a little bit more relaxed. And I'm here to tell you, boo, get up. You cannot be that relaxed. Whenever you get really comfortable, that's when you need to get a feeling in your stomach, in your gut that disgusts you. And I'm just being honest with you. Whenever you start getting comfortable, you should get so disgusted with yourself and be like, I am not doing everything that I need to do. That's how I feel. Like whenever I'm like, oh, because like I said, I got comfortable. Oh, and I was like, not too comfortable, but comfortable. Like, oh, we got these contracts, we good. And then when that class got rescheduled, one got canceled because we didn't have no. And I said, you know what? This to me is God humbling me. And this is God saying, oh, okay, you good? You good, boo? No, you're not good. Keep working. Keep working. I don't ever want to be in a situation of lack. I always want to be where I have enough or more than I need, because I can't help anybody else if I don't have enough or more than I need. That's the problem. That's the problem with people, is that to me, that's my fear. My fear is being back to where I don't have enough. I promise you, I can't allow that to happen to myself, to my family, to my life, to my friends, to my clique. I cannot do that. My fear is being back to the place where I don't have enough. And when I'm telling y'all don't even know half of the story that goes along with me. And I'm sure one magical day I'll probably tell y'all everything. I'll probably release everything. But I'm just saying, I can't allow that to happen, which means I have to work hard every day. Like right now, real talk, I got one more class to teach, which is this Friday coming up. Technically, I'm off the rest of the year. I'm off for like a whole nother month. I don't have to do anything. I have bills paid. I have money to pay rent. I have a husband who's still working. I don't have to do anything right now if I decide that. But I get up every morning and I'm just like, what are you doing with yourself? You got to do, what do you need to do today? So one thing I just want to give you as another tool. This is from one of the webinars that I was watching this weekend. And the tip was to every night, and I thought this was such a good tip. This is not what I'm telling you to do, but this was just a tip. Every night to write down 3 good things that happened to you, during the day. Even if you had a horrible day, it still had to be something good to happen to you. So every night, write down 3 good things that happened to you. And then this way, that'll be, before you go to bed, that'll be a great way for you to start the next morning, knowing that something good happened to you. So that's not what I want you to do, but I think it is a good thing. So if you want to do that, you just roll with it. What I want you to do, though, every night before you go to bed, write down 3 things that you need to do in order to be productive, in order to reach a goal, in order to make yourself happy, the next day. That is what I would like you to do. Because when I sit and I think about what I need to do for the next day, I try not to ever get overwhelmed. But I've realized when I write down those really, really long to-do lists and there's 10, 20 things on there, usually, 3 of those things get done. And that's why 3 is my number. 3 is my number for my sorority. 3 is just the number. 3 is the God number, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. 3 is my number. And I'm just like, when it comes down to it, if you get your piece of paper and you write out 3 things, like, what do you need to do the next day? What do you want to do that's going to make you happy? Even if it's just lunch. You know what I mean? I love to eat lunch by myself. I will go out with a friend every now and then, but sometimes I just like to eat lunch by myself. Because you know what? When you're busy, you'll be in the car and you'll be going back and forth and you'll be driving and eating. And it's like, did you get the chance to enjoy that? So I'll put things in my day that make me happy. And one thing that makes me happy is walking around Target. I don't even have to buy anything, but I do like to do that. So it's like, what do you like to do, right? 3 things that you need to do the next day so that this way you can be productive and happy. And thank you so much, Lennis, for putting that out there. Just write down those 3 things and then do them the next day, because you can only do but so much each day. So don't overwhelm yourself with this big gigantic list of to-dos when you know damn well you are not going to do all of that in the course of a day, because something's going to happen. Life's going to happen. The kids, the baby, the dad, the cousin, the sister, the aunt, the brother, the job, the client, something's going to happen wherein if you got 10 goals, they're not going to get done in that day, unless that is the day. Like if you have a day set aside that you're going to do everything on this list, then okay. But just 3 little things. And that's why I say put something down that you're going to do that's going to make you happy, because we don't treat ourselves as well as we should. And I have been trying to make myself more happy every day. But I like that antsy feeling in my stomach where I'm just like, I gotta do more. What else can I do to make Lady Bizness better? Where else can I post? What other new thing can I learn? Like that's my, like, if I had a drug, like I don't drink, I don't smoke, none of that. But if I had a drug, it would be like that. Like I would want to give people a drug that would make them passionate about themselves and passionate about their businesses and passionate about their lives. I would love to give that out. Do you understand how much more productive we would be if I could invent that drug? Oh my God, like that would be awesome. And then the productivity levels would be through the roof. All of a sudden we would be the #1 superpower in the world. I mean, like, I would love to invent something like that. Either that or the limitless pill where you just know all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, if I could invent a drug to infect you with the passion that you need to focus on your goals, oh my goodness, that would be awesome. Well, since I can't invent that drug, the only thing that I can do is do these Periscopes every day and hope that one more or whoever will be inspired to do that. So this is my drug that I have committed to giving you, is to give you these Periscopes. So this month, again, we're doing the Abundant Life series because I want you to be abundant. And that means you should never be in a state of lack. That means abundant with your life, abundant with your business. And that also means that you ain't never scared. Okay? You ain't never scared. You ain't never scared. Okay, let me calm down now. But you ain't never scared, because you know what? God got you, boo. He got you. He got you. And Lennis, okay, look, follow Lennis Sport, because her scope the other night, Lennis was dropping jewels. Lennis is on this law of attraction, which I love the law of attraction. I saw Melissa was on here, and Melissa's the first person who really turned me on to the law of attraction. And I'm just like, wow. When you think positive things, that's what's going to come to you. I really tried it negative. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. I would just love to infect you with the hunger for positivity, the hunger for optimism. I think those things are powerful, and it will give you the results that you're looking for. I promise you that. So I hope you have enjoyed this Abundant Life Scope tonight. Tomorrow we will be on. If you got something that you think you want to talk about, just send me a message. And you know, yes, and feel free, watch the replay if you need to. Lennis's was great. And hold up, what time is it? It is, oh yeah, so you should still be able to watch hers, because it's not even 9 o'clock, so it gives you 24 hours to watch it. But have a great night. I hope that anybody that's watching this on the replay can still tap and give me hearts. The next scope, let's do tomorrow because schedule, where are you, schedule? Hold on. No, not that one. I got 2 calendar books. Let me just make sure so I don't tell you anything incorrect. Tomorrow is December 14th. Let's see. No, okay. Tomorrow's December 14th. No, I just got a phone call that I'm supposed to be on. So let's do tomorrow at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Oh, thank you. These are from Latoya Siler Biz, if you follow her on here. Oh, your earrings are coming too? Yes, right? So, yeah, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I don't know. Y'all seem to like evening, though. I mean, so if you want tomorrow at 6, we can do tomorrow at 6. So, 6 o'clock seems to be the time that everybody seems to like. Is 6 going to work for you guys? You let me know. So, if enough people, we get 3 people that say 6 o'clock, we'll do 6 o'clock. If we get enough, you have to work. So 6. Okay. So she's like, girl, don't be doing no 2 o'clock in the middle of the day. Okay. So that's 1. 5 would be better. Can't do 5. Got to pick up my husband at 5. So that's why I don't do 5. 6, 6. So everybody. Okay. So we got a couple of people that said 6. So we'll be on tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And I think, you know what? Because while we on here optimizing and things, let me see. I think we might be able to do this whole week at 6 o'clock. And then you'll know the whole week. But hold on. Oh, Lord. This is what happens when you, I try to make sure that I have everything double checked when I have these calendars out in these streets. So, yes, because everything else that I have to do this week isn't. Yes, that works. Let's do the entire week at 6 o'clock. Okay. So this week, Monday through Friday, we'll do 6 o'clock. Every day. I'm trying to think. I think I'm supposed to go somewhere Friday night. No, that's Saturday. Okay. So yes. So this whole week, let's do all of the abundant life scopes at 6 o'clock. So this way, and now we have the schedule. And see, that's one of the things that I do want to be able to optimize. It's just my schedule is so fluky and I won't be able to do that in January. Keep them all the same night. I know that won't happen. But yes, this week we will do them all at 6 o'clock. So I will see you tomorrow, you beautiful people, and make sure that you show up and show out and always give it to the people. Okay, here we go again. Don't want to stop. Stop the broadcast. I ain't never scared.